Hello trainers, Ganeto here with a very fast-paced team to use for Sunshine Cup. This team will get you quick results pretty nicely in Go Battle League, and I think that this team is referring mostly to those that want to get their sets done, and most of the times during the week I want to have fast-paced battles and I cannot, and Ultra League isn't helping that much. Let's be kinda realistic and pragmatic with each other, because we're gonna use today a team that is gonna rely a lot on those fast attacks, and of course it has a lot of anti-meta use, especially against Vigoroth. You just saw over here that we destroyed it down with ease. Not only that, but also we can get out of this battle with a Brave Bird ready to go, which means that even against a Noctowl we can do tremendous amount of damage. Now up against this Nidoqueen, we're just gonna go in with our Gurgeist, and of course we can easily farm down by spending only one shield, and I think that at this point, by keeping that final shield alive, we're just gonna be able to completely hold down even the Noctowl, and that is gonna result in an amazing win to start off the video. Bibarel, Bibarel, the god, whatever you want to call it, is gonna be our next opponent up in front, and of course we're gonna have kind of a bad time against that water type Pokemon. However, we can still go ahead and press for that, and pressure actually for that Skeldridge, I think that's the correct pronunciation, and yeah, they're just gonna spend their energy in the process. You know what, knowing that they have a Bibarel at the back, we're just gonna go ahead and completely farm down with our Magcargo, lagging a little bit here, and right after we're gonna see the Bibarel going in and completely farming down our Pokemon. So Girafarig now is gonna go into the battle. And of course this is gonna be kinda good for us, because we got two shields and we know that the first move has to be a Psychic Fangs. Knowing that, we can let the first one go through and right after completely farm it down. Now we have one shield remaining for that Bibarel, and of course all we want to do here is to tank, actually not tank, absolutely farm down with those Razor Leaves. We got the shield and we can do exactly that even though we are debuffed. Into the next one now with that Electrode from Isui up in front. Okay, this is not looking that good, and at this point I want to call the bait. So anyways, the reason that Electrode isn't looking that good and that great is because I have a double Razor Leaf backline, which means that I will never do super effective damage to that Pokemon. Anyways, trying to call here the bait once again, but I try to do it. I cannot fulfill my expectations because they can still reach to that payback and absolutely finish me off. So a Body Slam here can easily be taken while they have a Vigoroth at the back as well. This is a very common backline with both Vigoroth and Double, and I think that we can still have a chance here even though they have that Electrode at the back. Able to completely hold down here that Vigoroth, and now we're gonna see the Electrode returning into the battle. So all I want to do here is to spend my shields wisely by blocking twice their wild charges while I can still reach to my Seed Bombs. So the first one has already come through, and now all I have to do is to block here and still reach to a double Seed Bomb. Can we do it though, trainers? Because they have a shield to spare, they're gonna use it, and right after they will win the CMP, which was pretty crucial for this battle. No matter what though, we can still survive, so all we have to do here is to survive the remaining counters and still farm down the remaining HP that Vigoroth is having. However, we cannot do that, only one more Razor Leaf and that could have sealed the deal against Vigoroth, but my opponent played the best way they could and they're just gonna obliterate me down to my loss. Into the next one now with a Razor Leafer up in front. So this is gonna be interesting because look at how much damage we can still take. Come on. Can we do it here? We have to sacrifice a shield in the process. Normally I do not do this, but still it seems like they're kinda weak to my Magcargo, and right after we're gonna see another grass type Pokemon. So perhaps they're kinda weak to fire, but still all I have to do is to bring them to no HP with a potential overheat. But first I can take some shields with my Shadow Sneak over here. So now we're both even on shield, and they have to spend their remaining energy. Seeing a grass type up in front, the grass type at the back makes me think that at the back they must have the third Pokemon must be something like another grass type, right? So anyways, able to wall down completely not only Vigoroth but also Meganium with my second Razor Leafer, and right here they have a Venusaur. So guess what? We're gonna go all in for it for the Shadow Ball here. If we can grab the shield correctly here, we can easily switch out now to our Magcargo, obliterating down in one shot the whole Venusaur out of existence, and Meganium cannot farm down, so we're gonna take this victory as well. Into the next one now with a Rufflet up in front. So yeah, this looking kinda good for us, especially with the rock throws up against that flyer. So finally we get kind of a good lead over here, and right after we have a Vigoroth once again. So Vigoroth is absolutely everywhere in the meta. Everyone is using this Pokemon mainly because it is gonna be very safe to use. But with this backline that we have, I'm pretty sure we can absolutely do a lot of solid work even against those Vigoroth teams. So Brave Bird here will be blocked by my opponent, which is a great block I guess, but still we still have the upper hand because they have another normal type Pokemon on the back, and you know what, we need 3 of those rock slides to faint, and of course by having 2 shields alive, yeah, they stand no chance at all, so eventually we're gonna take this victory as well. Into the next one now with a Unova Stamp up in front. This is looking horrible for us, not only for the lead but also on the switch. Hopefully though the battle is not over yet, and we can still expect them to have a Pokemon weak to our Gourgeist as well. I'm not sure, we're gonna see in a while what their third Pokemon might be. So Energy Ball here for big damage on my Pokemon, down goes Abomasnow in return, and now we have the overhit for bigger damage on that Unova Stunfisk. Look at that, able to do so much solid work on that Pokemon, and right after we have the Gourgeist. So I'm expecting a Vigoroth at the back right, but instead they have a Tropius, and of course now we're just gonna go to town by leaving this battle. Into the final one now, trainers, and we're having the Donphan up against us. So this is not looking that great because on the switch Steelix can absolutely beat down every single one of my team. So by flipping around that lead, we could have actually won this battle, but as it seems my opponent here is just gonna play it much better than I did, and they're gonna block with their Steelix, meaning here that I do not have the best outcome ever. Anyways, we can still tank those moves, and I think that it all depends on what they have as their third Pokemon. Seeing the Steelix always makes me think that they might have a Vigoroth as well to draw out the counter, so that Vigoroth might have the upper hand towards the end game. This is the strategy that the previous team actually used as well, but instead of Steelix they had a Pokemon like Abomasnow. But anyways, right here we're gonna see the return of the Donphan, and of course right after they have the Vigoroth. This time we stand correct on our guessing, and of course we can stay in here till the end. We know that those counters are double resisted, so we can take them with ease alongside with those body slams. So right after we're just gonna block just in case this is gonna be a bulldoze, which is no way. There is no way to be a bulldoze at this point, and of course we're gonna force the top left after this farm down. So that is gonna be all for today, trainers. Thank you for watching and for staying till the end. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, and please consider subscribing to my channel because more than 70% of you haven't subscribed yet, which is a big bummer. Having said that, I have 2 videos for you to check out, feel free to check them out, and I will see you all into the next video.